We have a number of things that we're going to discuss tonight. I apologize. I have a little bit of laryngitis. Hopefully it's going away, but Kenneth and Liam have kept me very busy with a lot of talking and being in Hilton Head, doing meetings and stuff. So I do have a little bit of laryngitis. So sorry about the rough voice, but grab a pen, grab paper, couple announcements. Then April is going to do a training. I want to welcome, we have a new group joining us tonight, and this is thanks to Kenneth Andreasen and his new recruit, Liam Trong. Just to give you an idea, and I just want to acknowledge these folks. I am just meeting a lot of these people for the very first time on Zoom, but Liam joined the business about 10 days ago, has enrolled his team, not all him personally, but his team has enrolled over 20 people. He is already an SC2 and has gone through 6 ranks in the company, has gone from 0 to 6 ranks, and it's exciting. It's very, very exciting. Kenneth and Liam and the team, they're doing a phenomenal job, and I'm glad I don't have to keep up with it all myself, because we were on a Zoom for 2 hours yesterday on a Saturday, just going over the compensation and stuff. It's been a lot of fun. Kenneth, I don't know if you can say a word. By the way, folks, it's Kenneth's birthday today, so you can all put in the chat a happy birthday to Kenneth. It's Catalina's birthday tomorrow, so you can put a happy birthday in for her too.
And yours on Wednesday.
What?
And yours on Wednesday.
And mine on Wednesday.
It's a busy
We have a lot of
week.
January birthdays, so hopefully I'll be celebrating that in Chicago with our friends in Chicago, weather permitting. Hey, Kenneth, can you speak for a second?
He's muted.
You're
Yeah, I'm muted. I'm in the car, so it's a little.
That's
might be a little-
okay. Happy birthday. I hope you had a great birthday dinner. Congratulations, man. I know you guys, you've been working your butt off, but just tell us what you're excited about.
No, it's just busy, right? And what's exciting is when you have somebody new coming on the team who's just excited as you are, right? Or as we are, and they just take off, and it just shows, hey, signing up 20 people in like a little over a week, it's all doable. And when you put your mind to it and you find the right people, then it just takes off. So it's, as we've talked about many times, it's always a numbers game, and the team keeps growing faster and faster, and that's exciting. So Liam is definitely a superstar, and he's bringing in so many other superstars in the team. Liam himself is already in SC2, and that's amazing, right? So congratulations, and that's fantastic.
Well, I can tell you, it was a pleasure speaking with the folks yesterday. A lot of these folks have network marketing experience, and you can tell by the first question they ask that somebody that had never done it before would never ask a question like that. So anyway, it's exciting. The 20 folks that signed up are probably from 6, 7 different states, including Canada and Japan. I know those are countries, not states, but it's exciting, and it's fun to have it happen. And between the excitement of that team and what we're seeing, it's just mind-boggling. So congratulations, welcome. We do this every Sunday night. It's our fast start call. It makes sure everybody knows what's going on for the coming week. Okay, that's the gist of this. And we do record it. If for some reason somebody misses it, you can go to our team group on Facebook and watch the recording, or our YouTube channel and watch the recording. So anyway, welcome aboard, everybody. I hope to meet you all in person in Nashville. I'm hoping you'll find a way to join us there, but welcome aboard. write this down, folks. This is very important. If you have been in the business for a few years, okay, this is important. And maybe you got an email, maybe you didn't, but the company is going to be purging the customer roles and the consultant roles. And what that means is if you have any customers, and you know the company's 14 years old, so if you have any customers that have not ordered in the last 3 years, they're going to be deleted from the system. So this would be a really good opportunity if you happen to have customers that have been around over a year or more, to reach out to them and encourage them to place an order so they don't become free agents. You know, it's a good opportunity to speak to them, let them know what's new, let them know about the new collagen, let them know about the new cream that we've all been excited about. Just reach out. And if you have consultants that have not ordered anything in the last year, okay, they're going to be purged also. So it's customers 3 years or longer if they haven't ordered, consultants 1 year, okay, or longer if they haven't ordered. And just so you folks understand this, with a lot of this IT stuff and back office stuff that we have contracted out with companies, the company gets billed per name. So after a certain number of years, you got to get rid of the names if they're not active. Okay. So what they're doing is Canada is going into the Evolve system. Europe is going into the Evolve system. I think Mexico's a number of countries that on February 1st are going into the Evolve comp plan that we have been using in the United States. And since they're doing all of that on February 1st, 2nd, they're going to be purging the system for inactive accounts at the same time. So the plus to that is you got 10 days to reach out and encourage them to place an order so they can stay in the system, especially your consultants. Okay. You could always re-enroll a customer and there'd be no penalty there, but you don't want to lose a consultant. And so reach out to them and let them know what's new, and you might get an order out of it. So anyway, that happens February 1st and 2nd. This coming week, there are 6 opportunity presentations that Carrie and Tara and a lot of us have been involved with doing. I know Fred's done a couple of them. April has, I have. So opportunity Zooms, 25 to 30 minutes. And they're Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, right? Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern time. So adjust it accordingly to where you live. Okay, the Zoom code never changes. Okay, so I'm going to give it to you right now. If you go to Zoom and you hit join, the number is 912-1973. And when it asks you for a password, the password is freedom. So it never changes. Every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, those times, it's always the same login. Okay, a great opportunity to introduce somebody to the product and the business and the science behind the product. And again, they're quick. They're 25 or 30 minutes. It's a great overview, and we've seen tremendous success with it. A week from tomorrow, Monday night, January 29th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern time is our monthly launch, our collagen opportunity per tandem. You know, you guys have seen it. We do it every month. So that's what our team Zoom is a week from tomorrow. Okay. All right. Let me see.
Bob, can you repeat the join number for the opportunity Zooms, please?
For Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday?
Yes, please.
912
Yeah.
912 1973.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I put it in the chat.
It's in the chat too now. Thank you, Fred. All righty. Okay, so those are my announcements. April's got some important stuff to do in our training tonight. Keep in mind when April does something on Sunday night, it's because she's coming across a lot of situations where people are having trouble or need help in a certain area or need guidance in a certain area. So April, I'm going to give it to you. And I know you want to welcome the team. Kenneth and I have been
I
talking with
do.
them, but introduce yourself to the new team, April.
Well, I'm Bob's wife, April, and I'm real excited to meet you and so glad that you all decided to join us. So we're real excited about that. And Kenneth is just a rock star, but he's a rock star every month. So he does a great job. So we're really lucky to have him as all of you. So we're excited. So tonight I'm going to go over, and actually while I do it, I'm going to pull up my website. You know, maybe have your phone ready to record. What I want to go over is how to send a link. It seems to be a big problem for a lot of people. They just don't easily be able to send a link. I know some people are using the app, and if you're proficient at the app, you know, by all means continue. But I think if you use the website, whether you use it on a computer or you use it on your phone, it is super easy. It's less than 4 steps. It's not very complicated. But I'm going to go over that because, you know, if you only know how to do one thing in this business, and I truly mean this, and you've seen, we've done presentations where, you know, you've always can have somebody else help you close your person, train your person, do everything else. But you got to know how to send a link. If you do not send a link, and this is where the paperwork piles up and the amount of time that we have, if you don't send a link the right way and you don't realize it, well, if you realize it in the first 24 hours, there's a chance we can get it changed. Let's say they sign up under somebody else. They go in and they sign up under someone else. If we don't catch it, and this is the follow-up, if you don't catch it in the first 24 hours, then it has to go over to compliance and it becomes a problem. So, you know, we want to try to prevent as much of this as possible. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and I'll bring this up. Okay. Okay. All right. Can you all see that? Is that enough? I know it's not a Zoom link, but it's at least a picture. So all I did here, and this is the big secret, if you are helping multiple people sign up and maybe you don't know, like, you know, I don't know what Jay is, if it's Jaya Castori.LifeVantage, I don't know what it is. But because she's in my organization, I know what her ID number is. Okay. So in order for you to help send a link for yourself or anybody, all you're going to do is put in the top your ID number, or if you know that it's jayacastori.lifevantage or whatever it is, if you know what it is, .lifevantage.com. Sometimes you will see this. If you've been in and out of countries, this site will come up. If you're in the United States, we're just going to click United States. But if you've been dealing with orders in the United States, this does not always show up. But, you know, you may have to switch a different country, I mean. So I'm just going to hit that. This is the site that should normally come up. Okay, so all I've done is put the ID number in .lifevantage.com. When I scroll up, okay, so this is what you see. I'm going to scroll up, and this is on your phone or on your website. It says shop now. Okay, all I'm going to do is press that shop now, and it's going to load up the products. Okay, and I'm just going to put any product in the cart. All I'm going to do is add it to the cart.
April, your screen is not
Your
changing.
screen is not moving, April. You're on the international screen.
Okay, let's see. Okay, so you don't see the products now.
No, you have something else up.
Let me see.
You probably
Oh, it's-
brought up the wrong screen.
All right, let me stop it. And I will go back. Share a screen. Now, do you see it?
Yeah, but you're gonna have to go back to
Yeah,
the
I will.
beginning because nobody
I will.
saw it.
Yeah, okay. So just let my internet catch up. I'm just going to push it back. Okay, let me go back. Okay, so this is where I said you're either going to put whatever the name is of, if you know your website, or you can just put your numbers in there. So like if I'm doing it for somebody else and I don't know what the name is, I'm going to go ahead and put the number.lifevanish.com. So do you see the screen now with the dog and the lady and all?
Yep.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is, and the other trick is make sure you're in the US. If you're in the US, make sure you got the US flag there. You know, if you're in a different country, make sure you have the proper country code because it won't let you order otherwise. So all I'm going to do is scroll up. Okay. And again, it can be your downlines, whoever you're trying to share the link with, hit this shop right now. Okay. And then you're going to see all the different products. I'm just going to put one of the products in. I'm going to add it. Then you're going to choose whether they're going to want it on a subscription or a one-time order. There's no reason not to have them on a subscription. It can be very easily canceled. I'm going to hit subscribe. Okay. And then this little sidewards 8 or whatever is how I'm going to share whatever it's in the cart. I'm going to copy this. So it's going to copy it. So now I can go down, if I can go in my text messages, I can go in my email, I can do anything. I've got a link that I've copied that I can share. And so when the person opens this, they're in the shopping cart. They put their name, their address, credit card number, and they're out. It reduces all the confusion. When they go, just tell them, hey, you know, when you're ready to check out, make sure my name, you see it at the top. Make sure whoever's name, you know, so that you're checking out so that they know that they're on the right site. And somehow, because sometimes people do a little, you know, Googling around or whatever they might do beforehand, and then all of a sudden they get on somebody else's site. So we really want to make sure that they are definitely on the right site. Okay. The other thing that I want to go over is emails. A lot of people don't realize if you change your email, you have to let the company know. The company doesn't read minds. They don't know. So what we've got to do is go up here where the little person is. Even when you're first checking in and it says my account. Oh, okay. You're going to go to settings. All right. So I'm going to have to put this in. Okay. Let me just log in. Okay. So it's going to say settings here. Right here, if you see where it says settings, if you go in there, that's where all your personal information is. So go in and double check that your email is correct. We can get on the company if you're not getting emails, but a lot of people, when I talk to them, all of a sudden, I don't even have their right email. So we need to go over this. This was a reoccurring thing this week because, you know, we were all looking for the hotel rooms and stuff. But if you go into settings, real easy, you can just double check that they've got the right email before we start complaining to the company. So anyway, so I'm going to stop that share. I've got another one that I'm going to share. Let me get out of all that. This is pretty interesting. This is kind of going to be a recap of what we had from last week's. Where is it? Okay. All right, so you should be able to see that. This is going to be a recap of some of the great lines that we had from Jekyll Island. And I do mean great lines. You're going to want to take snapshots of these, or you're going to want to write them down, whatever it is. A lot of this is from Brandon. You know, he had a lot of great words because, you know, one of the things that Bobby and I always notice is if we're out with a large group of LifeVantage distributors and somebody says, what do we do for a living? Well, you know, if the waiter's all the way down the other end of the table, somebody at that end should answer pretty quickly. So we're going to go through some of these lines, and he had some different takes on some things that I thought were pretty cool. So memorize is spelled wrong, but ask what you do for a living. You letting her in, Bobby?
Yep.
When asked what you're doing for a living, this needs to be like the back of your hand. You need to know this by heart. I'm a consultant for a wellness company. You've heard of the little yellow activator, right? So right, like you're sure, you know, and you're assuming that everybody has heard of this little yellow activator. Everybody knows about it. So This is a line, and I'll go through if you do two things, if you've got two careers or whatever. This is a line that everyone should know. This you should know by the back of your hand, because this is going to get the conversation started. If you say just activation, or there's somebody in the waiting room, Bobby. If you just say just activation or something, they have no idea what you're talking about. You know, a wellness company is too broad. They have no idea what you're talking about. You know, you're trying to get them to agree. They're not going to be able to agree with you. But always ask a question back too. So, you know, if they say, sure, yeah, I've heard of the Little Yellow Activator, then ask them what products they're taking. You know, if no, that's a great opportunity. Well, would it be all right? Are you open to taking a look at a video or not? So again, that is so important. I'm a consultant for a wellness company. Have you heard of the Little Yellow Activator? Right. Like, you've heard of it. Everybody's heard of it. Everybody knows about it. So if you've got to say it a few times, post it on your computer, put it on your phone, practice it a few times. So then when somebody does ask, and I did this a few times, you know, I went to a cooking party Friday night after we got home. And then, yesterday at a pickleball tournament that we were in, I did it with somebody. It works really, really well. And for me, again, you've heard, I collect phone numbers, and Bobby can tell you by the end of the evening, I've got phone numbers, and that's my goal. It isn't to share the whole opportunity. Okay. So if you've got another career, you're doing two things, and someone asks you, you know, and you can put anything in here instead of hairdresser, but you can say, I'm a hairdresser, but you probably already know this, but I'm also a wellness consultant. So have you heard of the Little Yellow Activator? Right. So you're kind of saying, you know that I'm a hairdresser, but what you don't know is I'm a wellness consultant, you know, and have you heard of the Little Yellow Activator? Right. So, you know, that's how you want to say that. He suggested, which I don't know that I would do this, you know, I've got my personal space, but he suggested when you say right, you kind of lean into the person. So that was a little body language, and you can play around with this stuff. You know, the cool thing we know is the more we practice it, and that's why I made a point of using that exact first line when I was out Friday night and Saturday morning when I was meeting people, because I wanted to see how well this worked. This was a really easy line, and it worked really, really well. I also love that he said, live well, die quickly. I thought that was so perfect. So I thought I had to share that. You've heard me talk about the story of my grandmother versus Bobby's grandmother. You know, Bobby's grandmother sit down in a chair, and she labeled everything in the house, and she passed very quietly, very quickly. She didn't linger in disease and not knowing who people were, and in and out of, you know, nursing homes, which is, you know, what my grandmother went through. So I absolutely love this. This is kind of like my motto: want to live well and then die quickly. So another question he loved, particularly in reference to New Year's, you know, he said, do you want to get healthier this year or sicker? Well, who is going to say sicker? Nobody's going to say sicker. So that's a perfect thing. And then he backed that up and said, what's your plan? So I thought that was another great line. And again, these are things that we kind of got to know when we're out talking to people, because we never know which path they're going to take or where they're going to go. When somebody asks, what does it do? You know, and again, this was a very good one. It's, you know, you say it's unbelievable, protects your health, and I'm sure your health is important to you. There's a website to check out. But what I liked even more than this, he said, do you want a link? I would say, are you open to a link? Then if they ask you a question again, you say, hey, you know, I can show you the video for 4 to 5 minutes, or I can send, you know, we can talk for the next 45 minutes, or we can go to lunch. Well, nobody's got that much time. They'll all vote for the video for 4 to 5 minutes. So just pick, you know, a shorter, if your video is 6 or 7 minutes, say 6 to 7 minutes, you know, I've got a video for 6 to 7 minutes, or we can talk for 45 minutes. You know, if you say you're going to talk to somebody for 45 minutes, they are out, or we can get together for lunch. You know, people just really value their time. So it's an easy way for them to choose the 4 to 5 minutes. Okay. And so that's it. So those are some things that I thought were real important, or great lines from that meeting that I wanted to share with everyone because I thought they were good. So anyway, so back to you, Bobby.
Well, I have nothing new, but Fred, was there anything you wanted to add with the purging thing?
Yeah, being up in Canada, well, first off, great presentation, April, and real simple. And you're right about having it right at the tip of your tongue. So it's quick and asking a question at the end. It's like you're a tennis player, right? So you know the object of the game is to get the ball back on the other side of the net as quick as you can. Right? It's not to hold on to it, same as in a conversation.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, so in Canada, we are launching the Evolve Comp Plan, and with the I think this purge is a great thing, to get I think there's a lot of people that have made, just for whatever reason. So, and it's an opportunity for us to reach out, which we should be doing anyway. The good book says to be diligent in your business. And so it's just a good opportunity right now. And there's so much going on. So for anybody that has distributors or customers in Canada, know that we have the Evolve Comp Plan. There's lots going on. And so just be following up. Go into your back office. There's easy settings now in the Canadian back office. We still have the old one. And so you just go into the filters and find out who is in your, is in either a suspended file or older customers. By the last, you can click on the last order date. And just be diligent with your business. Reach out to people. We are in the people business and the caring business. So this is a good kind of a kick in the pants that it's not going to be there forever. So just go do it, right? Because in 2 weeks, it won't be in the back office for you. Say, oh, what was that person's name? Just go get it done.
Folks, and thanks for mentioning that, Fred. You may want to download everything that is in your back office right now and onto an Excel sheet and just save the file. Okay, if you ever are looking for somebody that was in the business more than 3 years ago, you may want to do that. So, well, I don't have
If
anything
anybody
new
needs any help in Canada, just let me know. Anybody on anybody's team here, anybody needs any help, feel free to reach out.
Okay, let's open it up for questions. We got a few more minutes. We're going to try and keep these right around a half hour in the future. I know in the past, sometimes we've gone longer, but any questions about anything we talked about tonight?
I do. I remember a while back, they were working on getting the emails in the previous people that we had in our back office. Is that available now? I haven't looked, but
They have gone back and forth with that, Cheryl. You're gonna have to check and see in the filters and see if it's there. If not, call whoever your representative is and ask them why we still have 10 days. With it, ask the company on that. The problem with the email is if somebody doesn't approve it when they sign up, if they don't click that box the first time they log in, the compliance department won't allow us to see it in the back office. That's the problem. So we have to make sure that when we enroll a new consultant, that they log in and they clear that email, they approve that email. And, so just keep that in mind as you enroll new people, that they give the okay when they log in to approve that email. It's the first thing they see. And we skip it a lot. It gives you the option to say later. And we shouldn't say later. We should do it right away. Okay. We can check on that tomorrow though, Cheryl. Anyone else? Any questions about anything tonight? It's a busy week, folks. How many people do you think you can get on this 6 different opportunity Zooms, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday? That's how you make money, folks. You get eyeballs on the screen, let somebody explain it for you, and then they get back to you and you can answer whatever questions remain. It's so much easier now to do this business. Like we're going to Chicago, weather permitting, on Wednesday, and you want to have a lot of live bodies in the seats. And I understand that, but how many faces can you get on a Zoom with 6 opportunity presentations in 3 days? and they don't have to go out in the cold or bad weather. You know, see, we have to start thinking a little bit more about what's available to us and applying our time, you know, where we get the most results. So just keep that in mind. Those opportunities, you know, that we're doing Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, they're going to continue. And, you know, we have probably 50 or 60 different people doing them now. So they're not going to go away. So we want to take advantage when somebody is putting on a very professional meeting. And all we got to do is get someone to look at it, and then they can get back to us with their questions. Hey, that's amazing. Okay. That's allowing someone else to do all the work. And you just got to get somebody to take a look. So keep that in mind. But one last call. Any other questions before we hang up for the night?
Just one thing, Bob, is we got Nashville coming up pretty quickly too. So just a reminder, get your tickets and your accommodations. March 13th, 14th, 15th, or 14th, 15th, 16th. We're super excited about that. And it's going to be a great week. And also I'm excited about you guys doing your April and you doing your event on the 29th, because that's one that we all know each other. So we can promote to that. We know April's doing it. And so, you know, even though we got these other ones, you know, and then you can take all your guests and the people that you have in on any of the ones that you did through the week with Carrie's and,
Right.
you know, the gang doing that, and then promote to next Monday. So.
Absolutely. So anyway, you know how to reach us, folks. We have 10 days left in the month. So check your numbers, check your tracks, check your, you know, your ranks, and most importantly, check your gemstone rank and see if you're onyx or emerald or sapphire or diamond. And remember, each month you want your personal volume going up. Okay, that's the key number. You want your subscriptions higher each month. So anyway, we'll talk to you every Sunday night, like I said, but have a good night tonight. For those of you that have been watching football during this, I'll let you get back to the game, and take care. Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks so much.
Thank you, April and Bob.